This has been a really long day. It's just about 10 o'clock and I just got all of our stuff into storage and I'm waiting for an Uber. So go back to the hotel and hopefully grab a drink at the bar with Amy after we get the kids to bed. And yeah, it's off to the airport bright and early tomorrow. So excited to go to Costa Rica and just check out a new part of the world. Breakfast of champions right here. This is not a COVID thing. This is a mommy dear thing, isn't it?
Can you do the wipe down?
Yesterday ended up being a very long, tiring day, and getting home, although it took us a little while to find this place, was like a total oasis.
It's beautiful, it's stunning. A little bit step up from our place in Orlando. My favorite spot is this outdoor covered patio area. I miss this so much in Orlando, having an outdoor spot. And just having this table and couch would be enough, but this view is spectacular.
I'm pretty stinking excited about having like a big kitchen to cook in. We still need to figure out the grocery situation. It seems a little complicated, but this is going to be cool. Last night we found some cereal and milk, and the kids were really excited about that.
We've pretty much been living off of Denny's and Frosted Flakes since we arrived. This view is probably one of the best views we've ever had in a bedroom.
The bathroom is super cool.
Just in case you ever wanted your toilet to be surrounded by glass. So much privacy. I didn't want to try this last night because it was dark and the bugs I was a little freaked out by, but cannot wait to make the indoor shower an outdoor shower. It feels like an instant sauna because you're in Costa Rica and it's about 95 degrees with 95% humidity. I'm excited about 3 bathrooms in this place. It makes a world of a difference in the happiness factor of our family.
All right, you guys ready for a grocery outing? Yeah. It's gonna be so much fun! Lots of people have asked us why Costa Rica. So what's your answer? You put it on the list first.
I did. It's been on our list for a couple years and we thought we'd only get to go for a week, and here we are for 8 weeks, which is really exciting. I think when I started looking at full-time travel families, Costa Rica seemed to be on everyone's list as one of the best countries to go to because it's incredibly family friendly, yet it's international, and there are so many different types of activities to do here. Like you can hang out in the rainforest, you can hang out by the beach.
Yeah.
There's just kind of something for everybody.
Volcanoes, cloud forests, hanging bridges.
It's really cool. And just the diverse wildlife that's here too is really exciting.
I really wanted to get out of the United States, out like into a country that was stretching to us. But looking around, like Costa Rica was probably one of the safer options and one of the easiest ones to travel to. Funny, even like being here, we realized that Costa Rica has stricter booster seat laws than the United States. Like it actually is a very safe country. Yeah. And super tourist friendly.
Yeah, and even the grocery store felt safer than Orlando if you're just looking at COVID and regulations.
That's true. The grocery store was an experience. Like there was a lot to navigate there. right?
Yeah, I think I'm learning that, we're gonna definitely see some cool things when we're here, but just making sure we have food is gonna be an experience. Last night we got in late and they say, you don't want to drive around when it's dark, and we get it now because driving just up the cliff to our Airbnb was
so steep.
We wouldn't have wanted to do that at nighttime. So we quick ran out. We got here at dusk, quick ran out to the grocery store. I think we spent, $60 on cereal and milk?
Yeah.
So we checked out Walmart today, and that was an experience.
Way better.
Definitely, way more options, and it was cheaper. We still spent more, but you know that you're a tourist at Walmart because you're definitely walking around the store with your calculator, trying to figure out colones to dollars and kilograms to pounds.
Yeah.
It's an experience, but that's definitely a part of it. Like, I just feel like it was such a cultural experience today to do all those things.
Hey man, we're gonna get to have lots of pineapple and passion fruit.
And whatever they're selling alongside the road that we haven't figured out what it is yet.
That's right.
It's a very cheap price though, so we're gonna buy it soon.
Pipa frita, something like that?
Yeah.
Need to Google that. I'm so excited. This is gonna be an awesome couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
You excited, Nava?
Yeah.
Up top?
Alright, it's only 2 p.m.?
Yep.
Finally getting out of here.
Off to Playa del Coco, a little town that we're staying next to. Check out a restaurant and some shops and whatever else is there.
Yeah, it's one of the beauty though of traveling full time is you don't have to be go, 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 go on vacation. Like if we were here for a week, we would be cramming in a lot of things. And instead we just get a small taste of everything every day.
Today's a slow day. Everybody ready for a boat adventure?
Let go of my hair.
You excited to snorkel?
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Sea turtles.
Sea turtles and dolphins? We got to see so much wildlife today. Saw a bunch of vultures over there, a sea turtle, a bunch of fish when we were in the ocean, and then we saw dolphins when we were out on the boat. This is literally a completely empty beach. We're the only ones here. This is really cool.
Here, I was gonna get that one.
This big one?
Yeah.
No way, you can't have this one.
Really?
This one's mine. Mine.
So they pick any shape.
My hermit crab. We're doing hermit crab races. Let's see it, Amy.
He's sleeping. I like them asleep. I'm so freaked out when they get their little legs out. It's so gross.
Ready? Let's go.
first impression of the first week of traveling internationally with kids. What do you think?
We survived.
We survived.
It was definitely a little bit harder than I was picturing.
Yeah.
You know, we've traveled before internationally for a week at a time, and I thought it would feel a little bit more similar to that, but I definitely felt some differences knowing that we'd be here longer term.
Yeah. You know what? There was I'm in a financial independence like Facebook group, and someone made this comment about like moving internationally, how it took them like 6 months to adjust to it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it because I think, you know, you make sacrifices when you're there for a week. It's a fun, it's adventure, but we were looking at everything through the lens of we're here for 8 weeks.
Right.
So when we're grocery shopping and we see peanut butter, we buy it no matter what if we're just there for a week. But when it's 8 weeks and it's $10 for a little container, we start thinking different about our decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I think it was definitely an adjustment just for us to kind of learn those road signs and grocery shopping and where are the good beaches to go to. And for our kids, they were going through an adjustment too.
For sure.
And I think it was really difficult to have the emotional capacity to have the space for their transition when we were still juggling work and school and figuring out life here.
Yeah.
I think kind of like our heart for compassion was a little bit smaller for them than it probably should have been.
Yet at the same time, it's their dealing with that transition also affects us as well. So like we're feeling not just our transition, but theirs as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Which all adds up.
And it's one of the reasons we're doing this, right? Like because we don't want to stay the same. We want to change. We want to grow. We want to do hard things. And that's what this is about. But it's hard when you're going through those motions.
Yeah, definitely. Costa Rica is such an incredible country, though. Like, I'm so glad we're here. Like, yes, especially the beginning of this first week was hard. But by the end of it, like, we're starting to feel comfortable. And, like, we know our way around. But definitely, you know, traveling full time or even spending 8 weeks in Costa Rica, it's hard. It's hard on our kids, like, social life.
It is. You know, like, it's funny because I've been thinking about them a lot this week. They've fought a lot more than normal. And I've been trying to take a step in their shoes and recognizing that most siblings, they're around each other for a couple hours a day, but usually there's some school and there's some camps and there's some activities that they're around other kids.
Yeah.
And you know, even when we were launched full-time travel, we were still going to parks and playgrounds and beaches, and they had time apart from each other. We haven't run into any other kids in Costa Rica, which has been shocking to me. It is not what I expected, and they have been around each other 24/7.
Costa Rica is kind of a, not the first place that people think of to travel with kids, right? Like it's kind of an adventuresome place to go.
Yeah.
Plus, kind of the end of COVID here, so there's just not as many tourists right now.
We're hoping to find more along the way, but I think that's been a big adjustment for our kids.
It weighs on them for sure.
Too. Yeah. Nava said something really, really sweet to me the other day. I think there's been a lot of hard emotions for our kids, but she turned to me and she said, "Mommy, I really, really like Costa Rica." And I said, "Wow, sweetie, why?"
That's awesome.
And she said, "Because things are just different here. Like it is so fun to see the differences." And, you know, I never want myself or our kids, our family, to ever think that they are better because they were born in the US. And I always want them to be able to recognize the differences in another country and differences in another way of life with other people and be able to learn from that. And I just love that our kids are being able to see that right now and learn from that and see that there's people that are really wise in the things that they do in their everyday life, but it's just a different way of life for them.
We had some pretty epic excursions and things this past week, but when we look at the calendar and some of the things we have planned in the weeks ahead, I'm so excited. This place is so cool. I mean, I think we would say without a doubt, travel to Costa Rica with kids, it's so much fun. There's so much to do.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I think one of the beautiful things is, you know, we were definitely hitting the beaches really hard on our first part of our trip, but we are going to then spend a lot of time in the jungle and the rainforest, and I'm just so excited for all the different types of activities that we can do here with kids that I think will really broaden us and broaden them as well.
Playa Ocotal, check it out. It's so beautiful.
It really is.